Welcome to Midlife Unplugged, the fuck it years. I'm your host, Lara Portelli. This is the space where we strip away the polite BS, rip the gloves off and get real about what it means to thrive in our second act. Each week, I'm joined by a guest who's walking their own bodacious midlife path. We're talking menopause, divorce, reinvention, and everything in between. Buckle up, because this isn't your mother's midlife crisis. This is Midlife Unplugged. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Midlife Unplugged, the fuck it is. I'm your host, Lara Portelli, and today we have a guest, a fellow Aussie guest. I'm really excited. I love guests from all around the world, but I get really excited when we have guests from Australia, a fellow Aussie. I'd like you to help me in welcoming Olivia de Sousa today from our homeland, Australia. And Olivia is going to share some of her journey in midlife and some of her experiences so far. So welcome, Olivia. Welcome to Midlife Unplugged.
Hello, everyone, and hello, Lara. So pleased to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. So, Olivia, let's start with the first question. Let us know a little bit about your fuck it moment, because as you know, on this show, everything's unplugged. It's raw. It's real. It's a safe space. Everything's open here, and we can talk, and it's safe. So let us know a little bit about your fuck it moment in life.
There's probably been probably every day is one, but I think the one that I've discussed with you that it was one of the turning points that set me on a different path that I am now on this year was when I realized it was the time to fuck it and finally close my podcasting business last year. And that moment was I'm laughing because I'm wondering if the particular clients are going to hear me tell this story. If she's listening, please don't worry about it. It was just it needed to happen. But there'd been a number of things where with the podcasting management. Shout out to your team. I really appreciate what you do because I know what it is. There's a lot of moving parts involved in it, and there's a lot of production schedules and knowing when you need to receive something by to schedule it out. And me with my ADHD and it's just not, I loved the podcasting from supporting people like you, I was surrounded by people who have big messages and have a podcast because they have something to share and they're wanting to change the world, and that's what I like to be a part of. But I found that the production schedules and the managing the moving parts wasn't kind of what I'm made for. That's not my thing, my role in life. And I'd always thought I would sensibly transition to maybe coaching people how to do it and having different kind of products and transitioning away and not having to do that part so much. And then one day, there'd been a few things where I'd had to sort of emergencies and deal with getting things out on time. But there was one where something had come a little bit late and we'd had to catch up, and we got it all done and everything was edited and ready to go. And the only piece that I didn't do was actually schedule it. And I left that part for my assistant and I sort of delegated that. And then I closed the tab in my mind. I'm like, that's dealt with. I've passed that on. I don't need to do that. And so I just relaxed and felt that's all handled. And then I went to bed, and 1 a.m. in the morning, I wake up and I love meditations. I actually create meditations. I love meditations. And so sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll put one on. So I went to do that, and I look at my phone and I see there's a message there that had been sent 10 p.m. or something like that. And it's so sorry to bother you, but this podcast isn't scheduled, and I knew it was supposed to be published at 5 a.m. that morning. And so I dragged my butt out of bed, did it myself. Of course, it didn't go smoothly. The platform was Buzzsprout, and with Buzzsprout, there's this wonderful feature of dynamic ads, which is a great feature. You can update your ads and across all your episodes. It's really good. But the notes for that got so big that the show notes wouldn't fit anymore, and so I had to figure out how to get it down to the word limit, and like, just of course there's complications. So like an hour later, it's all done. And I'm wide awake, not falling asleep. And I just sat there and I just went, this is it. This is never going to change. Like I thought that I was going to sensibly transition and do different product suite, and I went, I'm not. This is not me. This is not my thing that I want to. I love the message. I love the storytelling part, but this scheduling of times and having it chase me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I went, it's now. It's now. I'm not going to close it gradually or change it's now. It has to happen now. Oh my God, it has to happen now. Now.
Right now.
And I kind of, and like within two weeks, I had basically, closed up, tied all the loose ends, transitioned people. I didn't want anyone to be put to be worse off for it. So if anything, I direct them all to my assistant that helps me with the editing as well. I said, look, you could go direct, so hopefully she's making more money. And I was out. And it was just this moment of clarity. So that was and it happened around the same time that I'd written my book. So it was like I was being set on a different path, and I just went, I've just got to take the leap and trust my intuition and just shut it down, and things will work out. It'll work out. I can't wait for something else to be set up before I do it. I have to do it now. Yeah.
So, Olivia, for our people listening at home, and that woman that, it may be vacuuming with a child on her hip, or a grandma babysitting her children, her grandchildren, pardon me, today, talk us a little bit through that moment of now and the urgency. And the other thing I like that you talked about was doing it without a safety net. How did it actually feel? Like, you've explained the dynamics around how it happened, but the feeling, was it a liberating feeling? Was it, oh, fuck, bit of everything, bit of both? Explain to our listeners at home the feeling and the dynamic around that.
I think I just knew. I just knew, because I knew it wasn't sustainable. And so I think I felt relief on finally having clarity, because I had been tinkering around the edges for a long time. Like, I'd had that business for years, and I'd been tinkering, going, why can't I shift it into a model that's working for me? And so I think I just felt relief at finally having clarity. And so when I was part of the tying the loose ends, like I had just about agreed to start a new podcast with someone who was just about to announce it at a big event. And so that was one of the loose ends I had to deal with, is like, by the way, you should probably know that I'm sorry, I'm not going to. And she was so kind, because she checked with me before she made other arrangements a couple of times. Are you sure you haven't made this decision, that you're regretting it now, or you haven't had any second thoughts? Because it was so like it seemed abrupt. And I was like, no, like I never doubted it. Once I had that moment, I think I was just thankful and relieved. So everyone, but as far as like financial, I guess I'm married and my husband's working, so I don't want to speak for everybody's situation. Like, everyone's got different things to juggle, different states of where their mortgage is, but I do think there's something to be said for trusting your intuition. I think that's the moment that our feelings, our body, and especially our heart is what I believe we're guided by. So I'm not saying to people necessarily to do what I did externally, the actions I took. I do recommend doing what I did internally, which is checking to what your own heart says. And if your heart is saying, oh my God, I've got to do this, I've got to do that now, that's the thing. You trust your own heart.
I love that. You talk about intuition, and I know I didn't listen to my intuition enough over the years. No, this is what's expected from me externally. This is what I'm conditioned. Not that you consciously think, oh, this is what I need to do. I need to stay in my marriage. I committed to it. And we just don't listen to that voice enough. And our intuition, our hidden talents, our we listen. I believe, and tell me how you think, how you feel about this, Olivia. We listen a lot to what we should be doing or what we're told we should
Mhm.
be doing, and this is what you need to be doing. Not so much to what our innate voice is actually telling us, that little voice saying, this is what, hello, whispering at us. We just don't listen. And the other thing I love that you talk about interest and our weirdness. And I love how you talk about our weirdness. We don't shine our weirdness enough. And I've been told so many times in my life, you're a weirdo. And I go, oh God, I want to be normal. I did anything to dull my weirdness down. But now in my mid-50s, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Here's my weirdness. Here I am. Once I found it
I,
and let it out, genie out of the bottle. Oh, here's my weirdness, everybody. And I'm still getting to know her. Tell us a little bit about your
I,
weirdness and the journey after, after that.
well, the first thing that comes to mind with weirdness, and I can't remember what I said to you anymore, but one thing that's been on my mind lately, so I probably would have expressed it as front of mind, is I wrote a song about this. So it's all recorded. I just need to release it. I want to do a little video for it, but it's called Let Your Freak Flag Fly.
Oh,
And
love it. Ooh, drop. Wait. Don't move on yet. Everyone at home, did you hear that? Let your freak flag fly. Love it.
yes.
Get it out there. Get that flag out there. Woo-hoo. Tell
And
us about
so this is I saw a video from a creator. I don't know how to say her surname. I think it's an Asian name, Tsui Tsui. I don't know how you say it. Anna. Anyway, I really enjoy her videos. And one video, and I cannot even find it anymore. I went looking for it and I couldn't find it, but it's there. It's there somewhere. But she was doing a video where she was talking about all of you people who feel like you're misfits, perhaps, or neurodivergent, whatever it may be, and you've always like been trying to fit in. The world, look at the world as it is now. This is your time. I can't remember exactly what she said. She might have been talking about ascension or the world being on fire or whatever it is, but she was like, this is the time. We need people to think differently. Like the status quo is not looking so good, not looking so flash anymore. So this is your time to shine. This is your time to let your freak. And she finished it with those words, let your freak flag fly. And then more recently, Sarah King, who is a healer and a mentor, and she's in Queensland. And I was on her podcast, and then we've been chatting since. And she did a video where she talked about how she's had to be brave to actually call herself a healer and say that publicly. And I commented on the video about, basically sharing that message that I'd heard from Anna and how those words have stuck with me. And she said, there's a song in that. And I went, okay, challenge accepted.
Yeah, go girl.
Yeah, it's basically let your freak flag fly, and it's all about you're weird, and that is great, because have you seen the world of late? Forget the status quo. It's time for that to go. And yeah, just there's who cares if your Uncle Jimmy thinks that you're insane? The only thoughts you need to manage are inside your brain. So get out there and live your life.
There's nothing about, as much as we're told to be normal or we're weird, there's nothing about the world that is normal, whatever that is.
Exactly. Look at the world. Is that what's normal? I don't think I want that. So,
No,
like,
my mentor often says the only place I can find normal is a cycle on the washing machine.
so yeah, I think I've got a line that says,
True.
"Weird is just tomorrow's standard, way improved and more expanded." So,
Oh, I
if
love
you're
that.
weird, if you're a weird, you're ahead of your time. If you're weird, I
Mm.
mean, look at us. We've been living this life like zombies, and now we find out, uh, without wanting to get too deep into politics or anything, but you
Absolutely.
know,
Yeah.
there's files out there that looking pretty bad, and there's wars happening and all sorts of things, and lots of corruption, and yeah, we don't have to just believe that the powers that be and the organizations and the institutions that we've trusted are the way, and what we've been told is normal. yeah, isn't really working. So, yeah, why would you be
The
worried about being
overgovern.
weird right now? Why would you be worried about being weird? And we need people to think differently, think out of the box, and
Mm.
we're supposed
So
to.
for that lady that's just come home from a long day, maybe in her corporate job, Olivia has just maybe cracked open her bottle of wine and sat down. Can you just say that statement again about standard?
Oh, weird is just tomorrow's standard, way improved and more expanded.
Wow, that's amazing. That
Thank
is
you.
amazing. Amazing. So, tell us a little bit about your journey after you. I just have so much admiration for you closing that business without a safety net, moving on. You're now doing some wonderful things as well with your songwriting for children. I love that idea. You're no longer asking permission to shine your spirituality, because I think that's another one. I've been in the cupboard a bit with that as well, coming out a bit more, thinking of just dabbling and touching, because I think a lot of us have been in the cupboard a bit with our spiritual cupboard, a bit with our spirituality over the years. So, with your journey where you are now, you're doing all sorts of wonderful things. Tell us a bit about that, Olivia.
Well, firstly, I guess with the book, and when I'm going on podcasts like yours, I guess the thing that makes me even have that on my radar is the book. So maybe that's meant to be. I've got a book called The Ultimate Book of Word Spells. I'll hold it up for any
Oh,
YouTube versions.
yay.
21 Days to Miracles, Abundance, and Higher Guidance. It's you can do it as a 21-day thing because it's 21 mantras, or you can spread it out. Or you follow your own intuition. But I put a bit of a structure in there in case people like to follow a structure. But that particular book is just purely me trusting my intuition. I actually have no particular agenda. I am purely trusting my intuition. I This was a book I wrote without knowing that I was writing a book, which is a great way to do it because it's stress free. It's it's my toolkit that I've used for myself, and then over time I realized that maybe it would help other people. So it's when I'm in the trenches of feeling whatever way, and or having to face a certain thing, or finding that I'm spiraling in a way that's maybe not ideal, I've written alternate thoughts, and I tend to do them in poems and rhymes. That's just my thing, I guess, a songwriter. But I find that it works for my brain because the rhythm, it just works. And so I'd do these, and I wouldn't mean to necessarily. I just went to journal. Why does it come out as a poem? That's weird. And then actually the next thing I did from that was Katie Carey. Shout out to her. I was in her soulful poems book 4, and she wrote a post that just spoke to me and said, if you're someone who journals and ends up writing poetry and feels like it's like channeled, or that it is in, yeah, I don't know. I just went, oh, so there's other people that do that, and they put it in a book. And so I went in that book, and it just planted the seed that this could be a book. And the other thing I'd been doing with these already is putting them on Insight Timer, and over time I'm putting them on YouTube as well. But I have some of them as mantras because I recorded them for myself, so that when I'm going around doing the dishes or whatever, that I could
Yay.
be giving myself the the pep talk that I needed. And then I had the idea, because of that experience with Katie, that this could be a book and it could actually help people. And it's got QR codes if they want to listen to a spoken word version. So at the moment, my journey is just trusting the journey with no agenda. I'm not actually trying to hit some sales target or anything. But it's just like, see what I wrote this, it's meant to be, and I'm just trusting, and I'm just going to tell people it exists. That's it. So, and aside from that, the other thing I'm doing is kids' music, and all of the things I do have that thread. So I do music for adults, like Freak Flag song, and the kids' music, and I have a particular interest in confidence building songs, growth mindset songs, inclusion songs, and I've also got a song about I can use my voice, which is for kids who might be being groomed or abused or something like that.
Oh,
And
that's so good, Olivia.
it's it's based on the principles that I learnt from Caroline Ellen, who's a social worker who teaches body safety. And so it talks about the feelings that you might feel, wobbly knees, butterflies in your tummy, and all of that. And it also says I can say when I'm ready, and I can tell again and again, because heartbreakingly, a lot of even good grown-ups miss it. So sad. Kids have to tell multiple times to be believed and understood, because we're like busy parents. You know how stressful it is to be a parent and have 10 tasks that you're trying to get done in the next half hour, and a kid's trying to tell you something and you might just miss it. Like, it might not be. So even in the song says, I can tell until somebody believes.
Oh,
And so, yeah, so everything that I put out is from my heart. Yeah.
and
So,
soul, I can feel it.
mm,
I love what you've said there, in that you recorded some of these recordings for yourself, like when you were doing the dishes, and so many women will resonate with that are listening, and we'll see this episode about, some people like heavy rock when they're doing the housework or blasting that kind of music. So, some days I do that. Some days I need a podcast or someone to listen to, and your voice is calming, and that's what people will need, and they will really resonate with that. And the other matter I want to touch on is the importance of what you're doing. And I believe that 1 o'clock, what's the word I'm looking for? I believe that 1 o'clock happening to you that morning was your visit from spirit. And I'm saying it out loud, that that was your visit, that you were required. I believe the work you were doing in your podcast business was very important, but I think the work you've gone on and done is just amazing. This is where you were. I don't like the word meant, but this is where you are. This was your calling. This was.
thank you. And it's so interesting to see where I've ended up now, because so I just felt like I've got to do something with the music. I want to create resources and do something with that. And then what's ended up happening is I've had a friend I know, one of the mums from school, shared about her job that she does. This is something I never would have foreseen, and it's just so interesting that, given what I'm doing, where I've ended up, and it's working for Urella, and it's as a it's KIS kindergarten inclusion support, so an assistant teacher to the kindergarten, and it's for kids with so you work where you're placed where there's kids with additional needs. So I've just been placed right with the kids that I'm writing songs for, and it's such a different yeah, it's very real. It's one thing to write a song from the comfort of my home, and then to see, like, I went to a training, like a personal development thing with the kindergarten yesterday, and they're saying, like, you're going to see the real things of what you've been singing about, and you'll have to make those hard calls about, reporting things and like the thing, that kind of side of things. But like, I've just been dropped in that, and I'm as I'm there, I've only been like 2 days actually of the kindergarten itself. Other days have been training, and I'm like, oh, I need a song for this, and we need something for that, and we need, like, it's a whole different perspective to be there. So that's sort of really interesting, that I couldn't have planned that, and I wouldn't have known to plan that. That's why we have to have some faith in. And that's the other thing, like in my book, for example, I talk about there's abundance things in there, but I'm not here to be I think we're probably past that era. I'm not necessarily talking about it in terms of $1 million dropping in your lap, or having a Lamborghini or whatever. It's like trusting you will be safe, you will have enough. And abundance is like, money is just a construct, but just trust that things will work out and you'll have what you need when you need it, and things will unfold, and trust the unfolding. Yeah.
Money's just coloured paper, really, printed paper.
It's not even that anymore, is it? It's
It's a card.
digital. Yes.
Wow, Olivia, what a journey, what a journey. So as we finish up today, for everyone listening to this, what's one message you'd like to get out to listeners today? What's Olivia de Sousa message? What's one closing message that you'd like to share?
I think trust your heart is and authenticity, which I think is part of the same thing. love and truth are the two guiding principles of my life, and I think if you follow that and just have some faith and follow your own heart, I think you'll be okay.
I love that. And I love that you touched on earlier that this is the time for the weirdos and the neurodivergent and the people out there that have been hiding almost. It's time for us to be out there and fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, the mid-years, yeah, because like even with the age thing, like you talking about being, I've only recently started saying out loud that I'm 53. I'm 53. Do you know that I think I've had a thing about age? Logically, I have always known that means nothing, but somehow I've always had a fear that once I say it out loud, I'll miss out, or I'll be put in a box, or I'll be even like especially because I'm a singer. And so that the performer side, like I've taken it in when someone's looked at some old person that was cool when they were in their 20s that's still on stage in their 50s, 60s, and they'll make some comment, oh my God, and now I'm at the stage where, well, now that I actually am in my 50s, I am kind of officially old or midlife or 60 will be, whatever we decide to label things. Like, am I going to live like this, worried about my age forever? Fuck it. Like, it doesn't mean anything. I'm eternal spirit. Like, fuck this shit. Well, we've got stupid constructs in this planet.
I know. And I love that you talk about the soul doesn't age. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
fuck it. I'm in my mid-years. Fuck it. Yes.
Fuck it. Okay. I'm eternal. I'm eternal fucking being. Bullshit.
I'm eternal being. Okay, everybody, this has been another episode. Oh, this was great. I feel like we need to get you back on at some stage, Olivia, and follow your journey and these beautiful songs and love and heart and where you're taking it out into the world. So we will definitely chat to you again at some point. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This has been another episode of Midlife Unplugged the Fucker Years. I'm your host, Lara Portelli, and I look forward to chatting to someone else again soon. Who knows, from where around the world. Thanks, everybody. Chat to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye for now. Thanks, Olivia.
Bye.
Thanks for being on. That's a wrap on this episode of Midlife Unplugged, the Fuck It Years. If today's conversation lit something up in you, hit subscribe, share it with your midlife crew, and keep the conversation going. I'm Lara Portelli. See you next week for another raw, real, and unapologetic chat.